Yo, 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 what's good? What's good? So, I've been making like a lot of reaction videos lately, and people always mention like where I stay and the couch, all that. And yo, you guys be wondering like how I afford a luxury apartment without a job. Like, I currently don't have a job, but that wasn't the case always. So, I live in the South. I live in Atlanta. It's crazy. It's hard to find a job out here. So I think that kind of, in a way, force you as well to look for different avenues to make money as well. But yeah, it's you kind of have to have a degree to to get some type of good job down here, or else you're gonna be making like dirt for it, and you're gonna be doing the most work as well. So yeah, but I'm gonna give you guys a rundown on what to do and how to go about it. Most of the things I'm gonna say isn't like new to you guys, but maybe the way I'm gonna say it is gonna resonate more with you. So that's always better. As long as you're getting the information that you need, that's good. So yeah, so when I moved to Atlanta, I started off. I'm not gonna lie, I lived with like family members and stuff. I lived in like their basement. It wasn't the best time, but it was cool for a while. And then people get frustrated when you're in their crib and you ain't really doing nothing. I mean, it wasn't like I wasn't doing nothing. I always like had a passion. Like I was pursuing music heavy at that time. I'm still pursuing music, but it's not like the full focus. Cause what I've realized is you kind of have to have money before getting into this for real. Or if you just get a lucky break and you make a really good song, but you need money to invest in your music. You need money to invest in whatever you got going on. So shit. Yes, but I was like just pursuing music heavy at that time, like going to like talent shows where like the price was like money and stuff like that. I remember I won like a talent show and it was like 25,000 promotional budget, right? So that ended up being a scam. I waited like months, weeks to get a response. And they were like, "Oh, there were other winners in front of you, so we kind of have to like let do their promotional first before we get to your promotion." It was all just BS, bro. I guess he was just promoting his club that just opened, and they were looking for people to bring other people there because the requirement for even going to like the show is you bring in like five extra people. And I was new to Atlanta, so I didn't even know like five extra people to bring to the club. So that was dead. I just went there, sat with a group of people. When I went up to the DJ to get my song, I just looked back and pointed at them, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm with them." And they let me perform, and I won that bit, but I didn't end up getting anything, so that was frustrating. I started running out of money when I moved down here because I sold my car when I used to live in Boston when I moved down to Atlanta. So I started running out of money, even though I wasn't really like paying that much of a bill. It was like a basement room. It was cool for what it was. If you go back to my old video, you might see it, but you can see the ceiling and stuff. You can see there's foams and stuff on the ceiling and all that. Cold as hell down there. My aunt wasn't really letting me put the the heater on, even though I was it was paying monthly and stuff like that. That's just how it is living with people, bro. And I feel like most of what I went through kind of motivated me to just trying to get my own stuff, bro. Just trying to get my own shit. So my first job I got was I worked as like a package delivery for like this company, this Amazon like affiliate company that they help Amazon deliver, which they got my freaking information leaked, bro. And I just got a mail like a few weeks ago saying, yeah, your information was leaked, da 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 da, when you was working with this company. Craziest shit ever, bro. Atlanta is just like a whole bunch of crazy shit. I'm trying to see if I can get some stuff off my credit just from that information. If you know anything about that, let me know. But yeah, I was working at, and then it was what? It was like what? 18 hours an hour, 19 hours an hour, and you get to work like 4 days a week. But the good thing about that job was you so you get paid 10 hours a day regardless. All you have to do is just get your delivery done. I think most delivery companies do that. So you're getting paid 10 hours a day regardless. But some companies will be like, "Oh yeah, when you're done, you could go home." But that's a lie, bro. Like sometimes they'll like tell you to go rescue somebody else, like go help somebody else. All that was bullshit, bro. I didn't really last at that job. it is what it is. I was like, bro, this is crazy. Like, I ain't really trying to just keep, like, bro, the trucks was getting stuck. I was banging their trucks up too. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I was very impatient. Knowing the fact that if I was done, I could just like return. And then every time I was done early, I'm over here sprinting through my routes, right? And then as soon as I'm done at like 2 p.m., 3 p.m., they're like, oh, you have to go rescue this person. They're struggling with their stuff. I'm like, what the hell that got to do with me? Like, what they got to do with me, bro? I used to be lying. I'm like, yo, I can't. I'm sick. I'm having a headache. I just ran through my route. I guess they got tired of that. I got fired from that. So I kind of had to figure out what to do after that. So I got into stocks. I started trading crypto. I was trading Dogecoin. I was making like 800, 500 a day, bro. Like, this was back in like, what, 2021? I'm not gonna lie. I was having like the best times with crypto. I was like, yo, I don't need a job, da-da-da-da. Until, the red days. When the red days came and I understood, I was like, oh, okay, this is not all sweet. Like, so I kind of had to get a job. Second job I got, it was working with like kids, with like just teaching kids with like special needs and stuff like that. That didn't really last because my music career took off and I had to go to Europe for like, but I didn't even have to go for 3 weeks. The guy that was managing me at the time just booked my ticket 3 weeks apart. Like, it was, you land and then 3 weeks later, because he had his wedding and everything going on that I had to perform at. So I guess one of the employees snitched on me and I ended up losing that job. I came back fucked up, bro. Like, I came back fucked up. I ain't gonna lie, like, shit, nigga, it didn't work for 3 weeks. I had a car loan at the time. I had a car note at the time. All that. So, all right, I feel like I'm rambling. Let's get into this. So, yeah, I do not have a car note. I don't have a lot of bills like that. So it's easy to kind of maintain my lifestyle. Like, my rent is like one of my biggest bills. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I have everything I need. I've always been that person. Like, I made a video on production. I've always been that person that felt like I needed to be in control of things I wanted to do, and that's like a step to to doing that. And I started a clothing brand as well. I used to sell hats as well, so I made money from that. But what I would say is just having a 9 to 5 and investing in something else like ETFs. Like, do something safe. Don't be like me, bro. Crypto is like the most dangerous shit. Do something safe, like, and also keep like a 9 to 5, and then entrepreneurship, bro. That's the best way like you could go about it, for real, for real. Especially if you don't have a college degree, you kind of have to have a side hustle. Like, you have to be some type of savvy. You gotta know how to talk to people. Try to learn how to shoot videos or something. I know a dude that shoots videos on his iPhone and it comes out like crazy. Like, he's doing, bro. Yeah, like, the dude shoot videos on his iPhone. It looks like he shoot it on a Sony camera. But there's a lot of skills that you can acquire that you don't need a 9 to 5. Like, you can go on Fiverr and it's her. What I did was I started mixing people like vocals and stuff like that. So they'll send their vocals over. I'll mix it. If you want a video, I shoot videos for like 400, 500 here and there, which I still do. So not having like a stable job wasn't like really a hindrance. And I also have a Depop. So anybody could make a Depop. You got extra clothes laying around. Take a pic, like, iron that, wash it, put it on Depop. Take a picture of it, like, let it go. Like, you think clearly too when you have a lot of space. Some people are hoarders. They mistakes like hoarding things for like assets. A lot of shit you don't need, bro. Like, I was one of those dudes that had mad clothes that I wasn't even wearing. And bro, when hard time hit, I was like, yo, I gotta make a decision. So everything that's on me is for sale. Everything I own is for sale. I'm not gonna lie, especially, but things that I really need, I'm not gonna sell it, duh. But yeah, just have a lot of side hustle, bro. Anybody can start a Depop, bro. My friend just made like 3 bands off of Depop in the last month, bro. All he does is just go to thrift stores, try to find some stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, if your town's dry, you're gonna have to drive like hours away, go to the rich neighborhoods and stuff like that. I'm really dropping gems for y'all right now, bro. These things might seem like nothing, but it's harder to start. But once you get into it, the flow of doing things, it gets easier. It gets easier. So, yeah. So that's that would be my thing. Get your credit right. Just have multiple side hustles. Try to find a skill. This is not like a get. This is not like a get rich quick scheme. Like there's no such thing as a get rich quick scheme unless you're scamming people or you're taking advantage of people. You need to read books. Like that's where you get your knowledge from. Read books and learn things and learn how, and teach them. So that's one thing I learned too, like with making money, like teaching. You gotta learn how to teach. So learn things and then learn how to monetize the teaching process of those things. So if you learn how to edit a video, you could teach, you could start a class, and you know, you just have to be very like savvy in this economy that we live in nowadays. Like you can't really depend on a 9 to 5. The economy's fucked. The government's fucked. Like don't ever depend on the government. Like I've taken serious L like relying on the government, like especially in the stock market. I don't even want to talk about that, but yeah, now it's the time for you to really like rely on your own personal skills and what you know how to do, like that, something that can't be taken away from you, because jobs could be taken away from you because of AI, or just because your boss don't like you and he fired you and stuff like that. And last thing I'll say, your credit will take you further than your money can take you. So get your credit right. It's easier for people. People don't even look at your income anymore, bro. Especially where I live now. Like when you go get cars, you could get like apartments and stuff. They barely look at your income, bro. They look at your credit, they look at your rental history, and then they go from there. But if something is going on with your credit now, they have to look at your like how much you're making a month. And always try to keep your expenses low. Like have priorities. You don't have to smoke. I quit smoking. I've quit smoking several times. I'm not gonna lie. I quit smoking. I quit going out. I quit drinking. Like, I'll just buy a bottle of wine or buy like soju here and there and just chill. Like, I've always been like a homebody. Like, I've always been like the kid that always played by himself. So, if you're a social person, that would be harder for you to do. So, there's gonna have to be like some type of adjustment to your life, I guess. But yeah, that's one of the things too, because I live in Atlanta, so you know I've always lived like in different states. So when people come down here, they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm in your state, I'm in your city." I would just pop out, just spend for unnecessary money, bro. You don't have to, bro. Save your money, bro. It's gonna save you, bro. But yeah, that would be my biggest advice to you. Like, try to get a 9 to 5 and then mix that up with like entrepreneurship. That would help you in the long run, bro. That would help you a lot, especially not just depending on a 9 to 5. And with that too, you can kind of limit your hours, bro. Like something that I do, I only get hours. I only get an amount of hours that equivalent to like my bills. So I only work to pay my bills. So the rest of the other times, bro, I'm doing other things to try to get some little clothes money or like saving money or investment money. Like that's the way you can go about it too. But if I think about anything else, I'll let y'all know. But thanks for the questions and thanks for liking my watching my videos as well. Subscribe for more content. You know, I like to teach. I'm not gonna lie. I like to help people. But like I said, this channel is just based around like me, what I like to do, my personalities and stuff like that. I don't really have a niche. Like when I wake up, I feel like reacting to a video, I'm gonna react to a video. If I wake up and feel like talking to you guys, like a talking head video, I'm gonna do a talking head video. I'm getting way more comfortable in front of the camera. Even though I've been doing this for a long time, I kind of took a break. So my real personality is coming out. Like I'm not really being animated. You don't have to be animated to do YouTube, bro. I'm rambling. But yeah, I feel like you got the point of the video. I had to give you like a breakdown of struggles and things that I went through. Like I didn't really go into like details of like things I went through, but like, bro, I had a hard time, especially just moving from a new state, just moving to a new state with no friends. You barely know anybody. Like I had a friend and then kind of fell off, but it wasn't what it was. Like, bro, I was really like, it was hard, bro. It was lonely. Like things, it might be hard, bro, but you could do it. Like trust me. The only thing you have to do is just make a decision. That's one thing I learned. Like making a decision is like the best thing you could do, bro. Once you make a decision, you get to where you want to go faster. Like I wanted to save like a 5-figure, have a 5-figure savings, and I just always never acquired it. But once I made that decision, I was like, yo, this is my goal. Like I want to save up $10,000. Once you make that decision, you cut out everything that's unnecessary in your life, like going out, drinking, smoking, all that stuff. You don't need that, bro. People don't get further from things that they do. They get further from things that they don't do. You know what I'm saying? That's something I learned as well. So keep that in mind, bro. A hint to a wise is quite sufficient. If you know, you know. If you don't, you broke. We're at the top floor, man. Make sure to like and subscribe. Sevens out.
What are you doing, step bro? Fall the trap off.